Welcome back to Design Bundles YouTube channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Crystal, and today I am so excited because summertime is here and we need a fun project, right? So we have a tumbler project today. We are not only making the most fun summer tumbler, it is going to be using this watermelon full wrap design we have available for you guys on designbundles.net. You can find this guy linked down below. So this is a full wrap watermelon here, and we are going to be sublimating it on a glitter tumbler. So if you guys did not know, you can purchase glitter tumblers. These are made for sublimation and they are already coated in this glitter for you. So what's really cool is if you guys are not into doing the whole epoxy thing and you guys love the sublimation on the skinny tumblers, but you really want that glitter effect, this guy is perfect for you. We have all of the supplies linked down below for you. This is a 20-ounce tumbler. It's just covered in silver glitter. Now I like the silver glitter because the colors pop off it so nice. Now what's really cool is this is already a glitter design. So on top of this is going to look amazing. Now, if you don't have the glitter tumbler, you can still put this on, say for example, the white tumbler, and it would look like glitter. So this is supposed to simulate a glitter look, but we're going to put it on top of a real glitter tumbler. Now, before you guys get started, you want to already test your if you're using a tumbler press, you want to already adjust that pressure. So before you actually turn it on and you get that element hot, you're going to go ahead and put your tumbler inside and adjust your pressure. Now, if you're only doing tumblers, you probably have already done that. But if you're new and you just got yourself a tumbler press, you want to adjust your pressure before you ever get started. Now, the next thing that you want to do, and actually the very first thing you want to do, is remove your lid and straw. Get those guys out of your way. Right? So you want to have that free of any sort of issues, because if you sublimate this with that lid, it's going to melt itself on there. So ask me how I know. Because you can also do this in a convection oven, and what you would need is Sublishrink. So Sublishrink is going to go right over top of this, and then you would just pop it in your convection oven. Now, I have this tumbler press at 385 for 60 seconds. Now, because it's a full wrap, we actually need to press it twice. So it's going to be 120 seconds total because we need to rotate it halfway through. The tumbler press I'm using here today is the Heat Press Nation one. This one is their signature series. This has been out for several years, and lots of people have this one. Now, we have it linked down below for you guys if you guys want to check this one out. We have several different tumbler presses here on the channel. We've used convection ovens, so if that's something you're into, definitely feel free to check that out. All right, so a few more things you're going to need is your tape. I have this super cute handy dandy tape dispenser I'm pumped about. We'll have it linked down below for you guys. So you're going to need some heat tape as well as some heat gloves. This guy's 400 degrees and you're going to be having to touch that thing. Okay, now the next important thing I want to talk about is a paper trimmer. Whenever it comes to sublimating your tumblers or your cups, highly recommend, the number one thing I can recommend to you is get yourself a paper trimmer. It does not matter the brand. The one I am using today is Cricut, but it does not matter if you use Fiskars, etc. You can use whatever you have. The paper trimmer is going to allow you to get as close as you can without going over on the design and cutting some of the design and keeping that straight edge, because if you cut with the scissors, you can get a little bit wonky and you don't want to do that. So my number one recommendation is the paper trimmer. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and drop the camera and let's get it ready to wrap it. All right, so here's our super cute design. I'm going to show it to you guys one more time. It is so gorgeous. And like I said, if you even put this on just a white tumbler, it's going to look like glitter. So it's super, super cool. So we are going to go ahead and trim this guy out. That's the number one thing we're going to do. So we're just going to line it up. What I like to do is kind of line it in this line here, this piece that's going to cut. And then I'm going to go ahead and just trim it out. So that's going to allow you to get all the way against that design without going over and keeping that straight edge. And that's what you want. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do that all the way around this design. You want to do all 4 pieces. All right. So there's another one. We're just going to continue to go all the way around. Now, you guys let me know in the comments below, do you guys own a tumbler press? Is it something that is on your wish list? And if it is on your wish list, what one are you thinking about getting? There's lots of them out on the market. Or which one do you own? And then also, if you're not going to be getting a tumbler press or you don't own a tumbler press, maybe it's going to be a convection oven. And if so, let us know which one you have. I have the oyster. I don't never know how to say that with the double doors. But like I said, we have videos on the channel here with that. So as you can see now, I've got this perfect shape here. It's absolutely perfect. And I didn't get into my design, and that's what you want. All right. Now, the other important step is when it comes to sublimating is you don't want to overlap. If you overlap, you're going to get a doubled image, and you don't want to do that. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to line everything up, and then we're just going to completely wrap this guy all the way around. Now, you can see what you're wanting to do is just kind of butt this up just like so. Now, mine came in just a little bit short, so I actually should have bumped this design up just a smidge. So what I actually do when I take this to my printer likes to try to do what's called, because I use the Sawgrass SG500, it tries to do the print manager performs the adjustments, and that's what happens. So what I like to do is go in and change that and change it to about 9.6 wide, okay? So once you get this lined up, like I said, you want to butt up together, not overlapping. So I really would have liked that to be, just a little bit closer. Then we're going to take our handy dandy tape here, and we're going to pull tight, just keeping that nice and tight. All right, so we're going to go ahead and tape it down. Now, like I said, I'm going to have a little bit of this seam here because I should have got my design just a little bit closer, but hopefully you guys still find inspiration from this design here. Okay, so we're just going to go down just like so. Now that we have it wrapped, we're just going to go ahead and pop this into our press. All right, so we're ready. Now, whenever it comes to loading this, I like to load from this side here. We're gonna get it nice and centered and then close. I've already adjusted my pressure, like I've said, and so it's gonna go ahead and go for 60 seconds. All right, so we're getting down to our last few seconds. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop on my heat gloves here because we need to rotate this. So that way it can press the other side, because when it comes to a tumbler press, I love it. It goes a lot faster than a convection oven, but you do have to rotate it. So that way you get a full press. Now, if you were doing a single design, you would only do it for the 60 seconds with one press. But when you work with a full wrap, you need to rotate that guy almost all the way around so you can fully make sure you're sublimating the whole thing. All right, so we are at our final seconds here. So what we're going to do is pop this guy out. We're going to go ahead and use one hand, grab it out. I'm setting it on my other glove here. And then we're going to go ahead and start to peel. Now, if you had one solid strip of tape, you would go ahead and just take that down. But because mine are individual, it may take me a few more seconds. So bear with me as I get into this. Go ahead and tear it down. And then go ahead and hopefully be able to get this strip like this. Hopefully it's going to go with me all the way down. I've got just a few. I was trying to hold it off. I want to surprise you guys at the same time. Look at this thing. Is this not the cutest? I love the way that this came out, and the fact with that glitter look on top of the glitter, I think it is so, so cute. Now, depending on if you don't, so for example, this glitter tumbler, it comes with this silver piece on top that's not glitter. So you may want your design, you may want to trim that paper to where it only goes from here to here. And then also on that back seam, I'm going to go ahead and drop the camera down just so I can show you. So you guys see I got so close on that seam. So if I would have had that just a little bit bigger, I would butt those together and that seam would have been absolutely flawless. So I was so close on it. But you guys can see how adorable this came out. I love the colors on this. So you see what I'm talking about with this piece here? If you don't want to sublimate that, then you would want to start your design from here to here. So you want to go ahead and trim that with your paper trimmer. But I don't mind it. It almost gives me this alcohol ink look. So it's so cool. But I do absolutely love this. And then you could come back with, say, for example, if you want to come back and add in some glitter adhesive, glitter iron on, with the name here would be so cute as well. Or you could have done that in, say, for example, Designscape. You could have added a name on here as well. It would be really cute, but I love the way that it came out. And there you guys have it. This came out so cute. It's absolutely adorable, and it is perfect for summer. This really cute glitter tumbler is going to be able to be sold a little bit more. So if you guys are selling these in your boutique or online, you're going to be able to price these more than you would a normal skinny tumbler because they're going to have that glitter. If you don't want to mess with those epoxies, but you want that glitter look, you don't have to play around with epoxy or even glitter and make a mess. This glitter is here to stay, and it just looks gorgeous. So So whether you are selling these or making them for yourself, and you don't have to just use this design. If you guys are a Plus member, we have tons of full wrap designs. Now in our marketplace over on designbundles.net, there is tons of full wraps, but if you guys are a Plus member, we have lots of those, which is technically free because you get so many credits per month if you guys are a Plus member. Right now, you guys can check out our Plus membership for as low as $1. So you can check out our highest, which is our Gold Plus membership, where you can use Designscape for $3 right now. So if you guys have not tried it out, you can try it for as low as $1. Like I said, check it out and see what you think. But like I said, all of the supplies we're using today, from the tumbler press to the tumbler, as well as our design, is all in the description below. Now, also, I want to mention one more thing. If you guys have not joined our Facebook community group, I highly encourage you do so. There is hundreds of thousands of other crafters over there where you can find inspiration. And if you guys have questions, we're there to answer them, as well as the community members. So I highly recommend you check that out. That is also in the description down below. If you guys have found this helpful, please hit the like button down below and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.